I thought this was supposed to be about stocks. Where?
Good morning, and wow, it's gonna be 6 years since we started making these videos, and I'm glad some of you guys got some laughs. I'm glad some of you guys made some money, and I just want to say that this has been one of the most amazing months in the history of my trading career, and that is a mouthful, okay? Because I've had some crazy months. We just had two guys take the $5,000 challenge. I said to a few guys, just put $5,000 in an account, and whether you learn how to trade or you just piggyback my ideas, let's see if we could take something small and make something out of it. So far, one of my guys with $5,000 in his account has made 50% in the last 3 months, just doing some small trades here and there. And our new guy, who started 3 weeks ago, has already doubled his account. And I'd like to tell you something about our new guy. He's got no idea what he's doing. All he's doing is asking me, what do you think? Are you sure? Is this the one? Basically, that's his trading vernacular. I call something out, and he says, are you sure? I say, yeah, it looks pretty good. He's in it. All it takes right now in this market is a little courage and encouragement. So this market has been so bullish that right now what we're having is what some people are calling the dash for trash. A lot of garbage stocks are starting to move here at the end of the year. But these are stocks that we have been watching for years now, waiting for these moments, like BlackBerry. Nobody thinks BlackBerry is going to be this monster recovery stock going into 2014. Oh, then again, some of you guys do. But once it got past 6.5, we jumped on the bandwagon and we made a point on the stock. MCP. Anybody think this stock's really going to come back? Dry ships. Yeah, you know what? I think maybe dry ships has a shot of getting up to $6 or $7 over the next couple of years. But once it broke 4, that was time to get in. You cannot hesitate in this type of market because once the stock makes its turn, the shorts get nervous and they have to cover. Nobody wants to stay short. By the way, we have 2 days left of 2013. Looks like we're not going to crash. We're not going to have a correction. We're not going to even have a pullback. We're going to wait till next week to start making our predictions for next year. One prediction I think is I think we're going to go down for 18 days for the entire year. There'll be 18 down days for the entire year. So that's basically 1.5 times a month we might actually go down. I think as long as there's people, and here I am making predictions, as long as there's people out there thinking that we're going to crash and we're going to correct and we're going to pull back, never going to happen. Right to the end of the Obama regime. People are wondering, why am I saying December 18th of 2015 this market's going to rally? Well, and here I am making this video that I just said I wasn't going to make, but I'm going to do it anyway. Not that you could see me because, I don't know, the lighting in here sucks. Hang on a second. All right, sorry. I was jumping around a little bit, but I guess I'm going to make this video a little bit longer than I anticipated. I don't know if anybody's going to be around today, but I'll make this video now because there's a lot that we have to get to, a lot that I want to talk about where we're going, what we're going to do, and what it means to you, the guys out there that are still following. Now, if you're out there and you haven't jumped on the website or come on to the room or maybe just participated in this monster rally that we've been just right behind since June of 2012, it took me a while to really just get behind the Dow 20 Thou theory. It took me a while because I'm a bear by nature. I'm a pessimist. That's what my mom made me into. Everything was always going to go wrong. Nothing ever is going to go right for you. But the good thing about being a pessimist is that, yeah, I got the kids, so I might be jumping around a little bit. It's, kids are home and all that. By the way, you should not be trading today. So congratulations if you held the KNDI over the weekend. We don't have to trade today because we're already making money, right? The last couple of days we've been waking up with money in our pockets, so we really haven't had to trade. And I think going forward, and I know I'm jumping around from topic to topic, but we'll put it all together. And again, if you really want to know what we're doing, and I've said this a million times, you got to come to the broadcast. We do a live show every day where I'm talking pretty much from 9:30 to 12. We take a break. I have a couple of guys jump on, talk about what they like from like 12 to 2, and then I come back and I wrap up the day between 2 and 4. But it really shouldn't be trading today. I mean, there's really not going to be too much going on. But that being said, we've had some of the greatest days in the world. Some of these stocks have come out of nowhere and just had monster days. Walter, WLT, Cliff, CLF, obviously Dry Ships, DRYS, and of course now KNDI. Now, what's been great about these stocks right now is that nobody in their right mind wants to be short right now. So as soon as these stocks start to make their turn, we call it the ESF, the Exhaustion Situation Formation. It's when a stock hits basically a 52-week low or maybe just an all-time low. And then then it tries to rally, but then on the next leg down, never does break that 52-week low. Right there, you have their first indication that this stock might be getting exhausted from sucking, basically. And then finally, the shorts who are out there still betting against the stock like we saw in BlackBerry, they say, okay, I guess this thing's not going to zero this week or this month. Let's start covering our shorts. And nothing has been better in 2013 or over the last 2 years than a short covering rally. Walter Energy, Dry Ships, the list goes on and on. So now we got this Kandi, KNDI. They make electric cars, something in China. Who the hell wants to be short the electric car stocks right now? You saw what Tesla did once that thing broke out. Who in their right mind, whether this company has a real car that works, whether they make money, it's all about the story, momentum, and short squeezes. So we saw the stock moving up. Stock has not broke $9.35 in ever. And here it is, breaking the $9.35 threshold on Friday. So we bought the $10 calls for 40 cents for January. Next thing you know, they're at 80 cents. The stock's trading at $10. Had some trouble breaking 10, and at the end of the day, it broke 10. And I was like, wow, I guess if it's going to break 10 here at the end of the day, there must be some real buyers involved. Let's hang on to a little bit here from $10. Now the stock is at $12. So 20% return in about a day and a half. Now, what does that mean to you? If you would have bought those $10 calls at 40 cents, right now you're talking about, well, they're probably going to open up around $2.40. So do the math. You're making about, 4-5 times your money. And let's go back to the $5,000 challenge. A lot of guys say, how do I get into this? How do I start? How can I do this with a little bit of money? I only had $1,000. I only got $5,000. What we try to do, or what I try to do, is teach by example. I'm not going to sit you down and I'm not going to talk about moving averages. I'm not going to give you big words. I'm not going to talk about RSI and Bollinger Band stochastics. I'm going to show you what works. 20 years going, what works? How do I find the ESF, the Exhaustion Situation Formation? How do I find the double ass crack bottom? How do I find the blow off tops? There's 4 or 5 things that you could learn from me that there are probably some other technical terminology for them. It's not like I invented some of these things. I think the ESF I kind of invented. But I've got some styles that work, and I show you what to look for. But the thing is, if you're not seeing it live, it's hard for me to show you what a blow-off top looks like because we do all our trading in the moment, like Twitter, okay? The blow-off top in general, and again, I'm jumping from topic to topic here. The blow-off top is basically when a stock makes a 52-week high or an all-time high, and then for some reason, miraculously, closes negative on the day. So that means the last sucker, or again, the last sucker for the time, or the bag holder, as some people call them, just got in, and he topped out the stock. The stock then goes negative, and generally you have a 3-day sell-off after that. A la Twitter, that's why everybody was pounding on the Twitter short. Same thing with Dry Ships. Stock just hit $5, and I think it closed negative for the day. Very discouraging if you're long that stock, especially if you just bought it at $5. So usually you'll have a little bit more of a sell-off that will last 2, maybe 3 days. So we compile a list of stocks that fit that criteria, and we trade those stocks accordingly over the next couple of days. There's a couple of tweaks that I like to talk about with the blow off top. But right now in the market, in this market, more or less we're looking for the ESFs, the ones that are being gobbled up off those low prints, because why would you want to only look for shorts in a market that only goes up? All right, so let's bring it home. One of our $5,000 guys, he has been doing it for 3 months, just taking a little bit of trades, not mostly option trades, so he's taking it very, very slow. And over the last 3 months, he's made $2,500 on his $5,000 account. Our more aggressive guy, who just believes, he's been trading anything that I call out that has an option. I mean, the guy's out of his mind, okay? And I love him because he believes in what I'm doing. And in 3 weeks, he's already doubled his account. And he's going to be making over 100% on his money in 3 weeks. And with this Condi today, he'll be up to about 120%, maybe 130% on his money. I don't remember how many contracts he bought. But here's what I want to say. The only way to really truly see what we're doing, and whether or not you've dedicated some money towards a class or you're on another website, just come check us out. Now, what's happened in the past is that you've come to the room, let's say you show up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to go check out what's going on over at the Hit the Bid room. You come in at 1 o'clock and nobody's doing anything. We're talking about how bad the Jets suck, or we're talking about some movie that we just saw, or we're just talking about some other nonsense. Because by 1 o'clock, a lot of times our day is done, and we're just normal people, so we like to talk about other things. And you come in and I don't get what they're talking about Silver Linings Playbook and how handsome Bradley Cooper is. Who the hell pays for this shit? The thing is, we're already done making money. Now, the intraday trading has becoming less and less of what we're doing. We're looking for these swing trades. We're looking to hang on to some stocks. We're looking to make some more money. Because there's really kind of no point some of these days to sit here and churn your account. All you're doing is wasting your time. Make some money in the morning. If you see some of these nice setups that we talk about, do those trades. But generally, we're long-term investors, we're swing traders, and then we're day traders. It used to be the other way around. Day trading was what we wanted to do. We wanted to be in cash at the end of the day to be safe. Now, you need to have money in the market. And I believe you should have money in the market all the way to December 18th of 2015, when I plan to retire, when the Dow should be hitting at least 20,000. I think the QQQ will be at 143. And there's really no point in sitting there all day churning your account, and what I mean by just over trading, because there's not going to be that many ideas that are going to be better than just sitting back and hanging on to your winners right now. Let your winners run. Now, if you haven't given Obama any credit for anything, you do got to put the two pieces together. Since Obama's been in office, the market's been going up almost every day. You got to give the guy something. Obamacare and everything else he's done, I don't even know what he's done. All I know is that since he's been here, the market's been going up every day. So I'm going to stick with that, and that's part of my formula. When does Obama leave? December 2015. That's when I'll be looking to retire. That's when I'll be looking to cash out of this market. Now, all that being said, and I'm going to wrap this video up because, I just want to invite you to the room one more time. Please make an effort. If you've paid for anything in the market ever, if you've ever taken a class, a course, if you've ever read a book, come on down. I take everything you've ever learned and put it into action live up on the screen. Lost my train of thought there. But by December 18th, 2015, I think this market will be plenty higher. We'll all be rich, and we're all going to be patting each other on the back, thanking God that we stayed long this market. Now, before I end on that statement, here's the best part about making predictions. Now, I don't know where your sell key is, but my sell key is generally on the F1 and F2 buttons, and the buys are on F11 and F12. So when the market actually starts to go down, and you're starting to feel nervous, and you think maybe this is a good time to get out, you don't have to stay in. Just hit the F1 button. Nana. You got to hit the button. Live radio, television. All you got to do is, if you feel uncomfortable, like I do, I'm always uncomfortable, right? Remember, Doomsdayer got the weapons in the back, ready for Armageddon. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. Poof, all the stock's going to be down 100%. But if we start going down, I've got plenty of stops out there to protect myself. Now, if it happens overnight, we're all dead, right? What's the difference? But I don't think it's going to happen. So if Diamond Foods starts to tank, Dry Ship starts to tank, U.S. Steel starts to tank, Walter Energy starts to tank, GoGo starts to tank, guess what? I could just hit the F1 button. I'll make a video saying, hey, I think it's time to cash out of some of your stocks, and we will get short whenever that time comes, if it ever comes. That's the beauty of it all. Predictions are one thing. Yeah, I think the market's going to go up. Yes, I do. I think the market's going to rally for the next 2 years relentlessly, crushing people who are short, destroying people, but creating wealth along the way for the people that believe. But if I'm wrong about that, all I've got to do is hit the key. All I got to do is hit a button and say, hey, this thing looks a little shaky right now. That's why I love being a trader. Do you think I care if I sell and the stock goes back up? Doesn't affect me anymore. It's happened a million times. But if I sell and the stock starts to tank, I'm a hero. All right. Anyway, Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great holiday. Congratulations to my guy who got the Condi. Stock's at $12. You might as well take something off the table when the market opens up. Sell half your contracts. They're probably going to be opening up at $12.20, $12.40. God bless you. Oh, by the way, we'll be here New Year's partying tomorrow. And if you want to get drunk with us virtually, I'm going to leave the room running. So, and guys, make a decision whether or not you want to stay for the retirement party of 2015. All right, guys, be well. Good seeing you, and it's been a fun ride.